BassResinator here.
One of my favorite authors is C.S. Lewis. Those are really good books right there. But then these, Trilogy of Space, oh my word. And then Chronicles of Narnia, I've read to all of those using different voices and such for my kids. More C.S. Lewis. That Peter Kreeft over here has some really good stuff. But then look up there. More C.S. Lewis. But wait, there's more. Ted Dekker has some really cool sci-fi type stuff, but they're sometimes really scary too. These, The Iron Scepter, Tower of Gebura, Gaald, Conqueror, and all of these Calvin Miller books. Yeah, I really like these. In addition to, don't know if you can tell what that is. I read this every day. That's the Bible. And I've got a whole bunch more books, but this is part of a Crafty YouTubers collaboration started by Kernix. You'll have to look that name up. To celebrate World Book Day and World Reading. So, yeah. So now we get on with the resin. I made my own mold. It says reader. And if you look right here, you can see the open book. And so now, and this is not a shiny mold. It is a matte textured finish. So this will be the first part of this. And then after this guy cures up, then we will do another section. Because reading is important. Okay, see you after a bit, after I mix up the resin. I am going to, this is the book area. And so I'm going to dust the sides with this coffee color and then the pages with the silvery white. So I'm going to do the pages first. Hopefully I can do it without making a big mess. It looks like a little bit went down in there, so I'm going to have to clean that out with a wipe. Okay, so there's the pages done. Or the top of the page, and then the edge of the book is going to have this coffee color. Okay, now let me go clean that out. Be right back. Okay, I mixed up some resin, and I'm using golden yellow. This is prime crafting. The white, or the paper white, and the coffee were also prime crafting. So going back to my roots with resin art. I mentioned in another video, this is some of the first colorants that I ever used or ever had. I did not know how much this mold held. This is the first time I've used it. Boy, that's some pretty resin right there. Let me put just a touch more to dome it, so we don't get sharp edges around the edge. Now I have about that same amount. Have to make another mold I made of a duck. A rubber ducky, a rubber duck. Dum 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 dum. I'm gonna put some mold release in there just cause. I want to make sure that I get over. So this is going to be an extra. Gotta make sure there's no bubbles in his beak area. Hope I don't have any bubbles in there. I have a golden duck. Okay. Go over, get the bubbles that are trying to hang out up here on the top, get those all popped off. I'm really hoping I don't have much problem getting the reader out of his mold. Okay, I will come back to you later on. We'll see you. Well, I had enough for 2 extras. I have a little tiger head that was from a little brooch I made that mold. And so I got that as an extra, and my little duck came out. Yeah! I've got to clean up around the bottom edge. My granddaughter loves these little ducks. She comes over and sets them all out and plays with them and stuff. So, yep. Now, hopefully, this baby comes out. I'm going to have some cleanup around on the edge there. Looks kind of sharp. I feel it kind of sharp. That's why I'm wearing my gloves. I didn't want to cut myself. I didn't make this the easiest to get out. The edges of that book look really cool. Now, I didn't say this. The reason I went with the light gold is I wanted the paper to still keep its color, and if you go with a dark color, it'll change that. So I'm hoping. Oh, look at him. And it looks like the book is a little older on the edge. Look at that. Now, remember I said this is a matte mold. And it has texture. The original was well, let me show you the original. It was plaster and very porous. Yeah, I'm going to have to trim that. Trash day, I can hear it. Yep, I'm happy with that. Okay, this is part one. Like I said, this is part of a collaboration on reading, but I want more than just that. Okay, so I'll show you as I go. You're going to start seeing how the whole thing develops. But anyway, just wanted to let you... First off, I wanted to see how this mold would work. And it came out pretty good. I'm glad I sprayed that mold release in there to make it a little easier to get out. Yeah, a little bit of trimming. Here, let me see if I can do that right now. Get up my big snips. Clean edge. Pretty clean. I just need to sand that a little bit now. A little bit here on the end. Yeah, cool. Got him. Yeah. Okay, I'll get back to you with the next part as soon as I get hair off my... When I turn all the lights on, all of a sudden I can see everything that I was missing. Okay, see you after a while. Continuing with my world reading project or world book project. Remember this little guy? Set him over there. I'm going to be making a reading table where you can read your book in bed with a lamp. This is the base part, so we're going to work on that. So we can get this resin all mixed up. Okay, I've mixed up about 16 ounces of resin. 8 of it has this glow-in-the-dark powder in it. So if you're hearing something kind of crunchy, that's glow-in-the-dark powder. Glow-in-the-dark powder is not like mica powder. It's very coarse. It does not play well. It does not mix well
leaves massive amounts of bubbles. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go around the edge with this glow in the dark. And then before I continue on, I'm going to go around with my, because of its propensity for bubbles, I'm going to try and remove any that might be there. I'm using my Bondcrafter 1:1 resin. And I noticed there was a bubble right there. Now, to keep it on the sides, I'm going to pour this clear in the middle. Try to push that other back out. Go on. Go on. Get out of the middle. I want to have this, not so much a halo effect, but a lighting effect around the outside, because I want to have a message in the middle. Message in a bottle. Yeah, that's, I just said a message in the middle, and it made me think of Sting when he was with the group called The Police. And they sang a song called Message in the Bottle. Send an SOS to the world. Sting was a remarkable musician. I didn't really care for his voice that much. Being a person who is trained classically, his didn't sound too classical. It's more raspy. Perfect rock and roller type of sound. But he did stuff with music that changing different meters and time signatures, key signatures, mixing and matching, playing around with music theory type stuff. Really cool. So he is I like to listen to his stuff because it is so different. Now I got a little bit of resin on my glove. I'm cleaning it off right now. I got some Big Wipes spray. It cleans it off really nicely. Now, what can I do about all these bubbles here? Well, let's get this. Oh, I think I'm going to run out of butane on this real fast. He's acting like it. You know what? This is deep enough. I should be able to move it quick. Don't want to burn the mold. That's enough there. There is something sticking up right here. Ah, a Titan hair. That would cause that to stick up. Okay, now, how well does this glow? How low is your glow? I'll be right back. Let's get this glowing good. I am just dousing it with some UV. Yeah. This is the last of my powder that I had from Counterculture DIY, my glow luminescence. Now, some of that's going to pull to the middle as this cures. Let's see how that looks with all the lights off. I got the overhead light off and the lamp over to the top. Oh yeah. Yeah. Okay. Back with that light. Back with that light. Back with that light. And when I was doing that, right there, I saw something, and it is a bubble on the bottom. I was able to see those. They shone through that glow wildly. Okay. I'm gonna let that cure up, and then we'll go on with the next set. Attaching the lamp, and actually, before I attach the lamp, I'm going to, with permanent markers, do some calligraphy with some text from some of my favorite books. More butane needed. So that's what I'm going to do in the middle, and then I'll attach the lamp. So I'll get back to you when this call cures up. I added something to this. That is a handle that can be used for a tray. I have a mold for that. And so I made that 6 or 7 months ago, and I hadn't used it yet. So I thought, that would be the perfect book stopper on a tray. So I set it in there while this is curing. Okay, it's at this point, this is cured up enough, it's solid, where I think I can write on this with my acrylic markers. Write the names of a book, and then also authors that I like. So we'll start with the most important one to me. Okay, that's relatively straight. Now to add a little decor. Oh, it's not showing up real good with that point. Maybe I need to go with the big end and just go with the tip. There we go. Frank Peretti, C.S. Lewis, some of my favorite ones. Okay, also included on this side is Tolkien, or Tolkien. Maybe some of my friends across the pond can help me pronounce that name better. And then on this side, Decker, Ted Decker. Peter Kreeft. This is kind of fun, writing on this. I'm going to have to let these dry up completely and then go over with a little bit of clear. Okay, change to a different color. Calvin Miller. So he sort of fits in this genre here. John R.W. Stott. We'll just go with Stott. Let's go over on this side just to balance it out. James Dobson. That looks good. Yeah, I will allow those to dry up. So let me turn it so that you can see from your perspective what I was doing. All of the parts or the things that I'm using will be listed down in the description below. This is the acrylic markers from Let's Resin, and this is the Let's Resin chrome marker, gold color. Okay, I think that's all I want to do with that. What I do want to do, though, that's all the writing I'm going to do right now. What I want to check out is, now that this is cured up, I want to see how well the glow in the dark works. Come on now. Turn that light off. And get this other lamp going. And we'll see what we have in just a little bit. It's looking mighty pretty right now. And I want to see what those words look like while it's glowing. Ooh, okay. More seconds. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, let's see what that looks like now. this light off. Oh, is that cool or what? And the lamp that I'm going to have, let me turn this back on, is going to be hooked onto the bottom up here at the top so that it'll come over the... And I'm trying to figure out whether I should set him... See, because if I put him up here, you're going to have a skinny book that'll fit between this and this. If I go over to the side, he can look on. I don't know. If I set him up there, it's still not enough space. So what I'm wanting to do is attach this guy to this tray. I don't want to put him at the bottom because that'll interfere with this, because that's sticking up too far and it'll mess up a book. If I put it over to the side, I think that would work. Side bottom, maybe? Side top? Well, I'm going to sneeze. Excuse me. What does that look like? Yeah? If it were just a little tiny book that we were using, not a problem. But if you're using a larger book, you need this guy over to the side. Okay. I'll come up with an idea for that reader. And I'll mix up a little bit more resin for the top of here. Be right back. Okay, there are a few bubbles in this, but I will be watching this for a while. So, I'm going to put a dust cover over this and let it cure for the rest of the night. Okay, I decided to set this guy up in this corner. Ooh. Little bubbles came up right where I set it down. So there, they're gone. Ooh. With those words that I wrote on there, They look like they're floating now. Kind of a cool effect. I didn't think they were going to look that cool, but I really like it. Okay, I will put the dust cover over that, and I will see you in the morning. This is all cured up, and it looks like a bug walked across right there, left little footprints, but that's okay. This is going to be used with stuff on top. Here is the little lamp that I got, and it has multiple modes, and the on-off switch is up here, and it is powered by a USB-C, so bam, you got plenty of light on it. I was contemplating taking this clip off, but if I do so, I would have to dig down into that plastic, and I don't know if that's integral to components inside there, and I really don't want to ruin this, so I think I'm just going to leave that on there and just clip it on the top. However, I have, well, let me get it out of this mold first, because I know I'm going to have to go around and trim the edges. Sorry about that, got it out of the picture. I'm going to have to trim the edges with my deburring tool. There is that. Now you can see the shape of the look at those words. It's, to me, it is so cool. Like, I don't know if you can see the shadows of the words going down. They're really cool. Anyway, you might think, oh, that's a cool resin piece. You know, it's very functional. I'll trim those sides down. What's going to be so special about it and being a part of a the reader's thingamabob that we're doing, and how is that going to help? Well, let me tell you how. I am getting some material. My wife is helping me with this. She is a seamstress type person and has sewn many things in her life. And she's going to help me, and we're going to put, I got on order a bunch of the little polystyrene beads, and we're going to make a little bean bag, and then I'm going to attach it to the bottom here so you can sit on the bed, or you can have this on your lap in a chair, in an easy chair, or in a sofa, and it'll be able to rest. Instead of having this hard thing on you, you'll have a padded thing that you can adjust to whatever way you want, and then have that light on there. This is going to be slick. So that's what's going to happen, but I got to wait for those other things to show up. So yeah, just thought I would show you where we are in the process. Cool. See you later. I have a plethora of t-shirts that I have collected over the years. And I love this one. What part of don't you understand? Well, as a music teacher, I understand all of this. If you really want to go into all of it, I can teach you, but that's not the purpose of this. The purpose of this is that's going to be on the back. What am I talking about? I found an old pillowcase. Old, meaning it's lost its color. And I filled it with a bunch of beanbag beads, weighted ones. And I'm going to fold it over on itself. And then I'm going to stuff it in that t-shirt. And I'm going to fold the t-shirt over itself. And I'm going to attach the t-shirt on the back of this, so I can sit it in my lap, and it's not going to, if you have a pillow, just a stuffed pillow, you know, with feathers or whatever, it's going to be topsy-turvy. So what I thought I would do is have these weighted beads. So whatever position you're sitting in, you set it on your lap, and away you go. So let me work on getting this into this. Those beads, those weighted beads are kind of fun. Really a lot of fun. Stupid Band-Aid. I keep bumping the end of my thumb and it pops it open and I keep bleeding on myself. And no good. So I need to sew the neck together. And you just set that on your lap, and on the other side we've got the cool message. So got books here on the front, got words on the back. Cool. Oh, let me get my lamp. And now I can read to my granddaughter while she's sitting in my lap. Yeah, look at that. Coolness. Here are some who like to run. They run for fun in the hot, hot sun. Oh me, oh my, oh me, oh my, what a lot of funny things go by. Cool. This is a collaboration video, so please check out the other videos in this collaboration. They're going to be listed in the description. There's going to be a playlist down there. Yeah. Hope you enjoyed this as much as I have. See ya.
Shout down Rio Grande Way. There's a magic touch in resin clay. BassResinator's clear as day. Crafting wonders where colors sway. Swirls of blue and emerald sheen. Gold flecks dancing in between. Layered love in amber sea. Beauty blooming unforeseen. Oh, resin dreams from dawn till dusk. Cascading light in vivid husk. Miracles from humble dust. Bringing joy in every brush. Oh, resin dreams from dawn till dusk. Cascading light in vivid husk. Miracles from humble dust. Bringing joy in every brush.